As the attempt to insert men into women's sports continues, the pushback is gathering pace. Female fencer Stephanie Turner took a knee in a tournament and refused to compete against her cross-dressing opponent. This resulted in her being expelled from the competition.
There's nothing for me and there's everything for him, because I have no choice as a woman, as a female, in where I compete. I am a woman and I have an athletic disadvantage to men, so I compete in the women's division, which is where I rightfully am. But he has been given this opportunity to fence in the women's division, and he can compete. He can easily compete in the men's division. He can also compete at mixed events in local tournaments if he wants. There is a place for him. So the idea that they're expanding the women's is just essentially making it an open tournament that can include men, and it ends up hurting me and other girls.
We're seeing more and more female athletes boycott competition across a different range of sports, including recently a disc golfer called Abigail Wilson, who walked off her course in protest. It must be infuriating for women to lose medals and prize money to this radical gender nonsense. Boycotting en masse is the best way, and if need be, setting up new tournaments. Here's another crazy case in the UK, with the Women's Pool Series final being contested between two cross-dressers. Harriet Haynes and Lucy Smith have caused controversy after both ending up in the final. This is becoming a mockery of women's sports. People are already aware of the more high-profile cases, such as Lia Thomas, who won a Division 1 title and broke multiple records when he moved into the women's swim events. You only need to listen to interviews with the likes of Riley Gaines and Paula Scanlan to understand how much intimidation and threats they had to put up with during this fiasco.
Teammates called me transphobic and hateful, but the worst came from the University of Pennsylvania itself. First, a warning. The Penn Athletic Department told us, if anyone speaks out against Lia swimming, you will regret it. My natural reaction to this chilling warning was fear. Then they weaponized their student psychological services, offering to re-educate us, saying, Lia swimming is a non-negotiable, and we are here to offer services to make you okay with that.
These policies are extreme, and the majority are against them, which is why they have to be imposed with bullying. Thomas failed in an attempt to overturn an Olympics ban, and maybe Imane Khelif should be banned too. You will often hear people on the left say things like, well, it's only a handful of trans athletes, what's the problem? That's like saying, well, they only committed one murder, what are you complaining about? Or delusional takes like this.
There's no evidence that trans athletes have an advantage over anyone else in sports. Trans athletes play sports for the same reasons as anybody else, for our love of the game, to be a part of a team, to challenge ourselves.
At least the pushback is coming thick and fast now, with multiple lawsuits being filed. People are starting to feel a bit more free to talk about this. It's a period that many will look back on with shame.